Okay, so so this is MyOpenMath. Okay, so in the, as I said before, this is the textbook. If you click this one, you will get with the textbook here. Okay, and we start with chapter one. Okay. Yeah, I pick the second edition. So this is chapter one. So it says that on page 5, talking about the measurement level of skills. Okay, let me open the homework now. Go down. Yeah, we will use the Excel later. Okay, so start from chapter 3. Okay, for chapter 1, I think we don't need to use the Excel. Okay, put it on chapter 1 homework here. Okay, and yeah, you can. Okay, there's someone who asking me about if you can work on in the group or not. Okay, so you can work in the group. Okay, you can work in the group.
But can we also work on it alone?
Yeah, you can also work alone. Yeah, yes,
All
up to
right.
you. If you want to work on the group, make sure you put all your friends when you start open the homework. Okay, this is not automatically your friend will be included in the homework. Okay, so if you open, for example, you open chapter 1 homework, so immediately you need to add all of your friends in the group. Okay, but if you have a problem, you can let me know, so I will fix the problem. Okay, yeah, so you can work in the group, or you can work by yourself. Right? Okay. What else? Do you need any other question? Okay. Okay, let me continue with open the homework. Okay. Yeah. So question number one. Okay. In a study, the data you collected is a favorite candy bar, right? Okay. Uh, what is the level of measurement of the measurement scale? So what do you think? Let me go back to the.
It's ordinal, the second one.
Let's see here. So nominal data is just a name or category, right? For example, gender, car name, and ethnicity, rate, right? Okay. And ordinal is data that is nominal, but you cannot put the data in order, since one value is more or less than another value. Okay. So you cannot do any arithmetic on this data, but you can now put data value in order. Okay. For example, like your grades, right? A, B, C, D, and F, right? And then place value in grades. The first place, second place, third place, something like that. Okay. And then the size of the drink, like small drink, medium drink, or large, right? Okay. What else? Uh, so what do you think about this? Yeah, I don't think this is an interval. Right? Interval is data of data. Yeah, yeah. I think maybe I believe it is nominal. Okay, let me try. Yes, it's right. Okay, nominal because this only name, right, or category, right? Example like what is the favorite candy? Oh, M&M, what else? Oreo. Okay. So is this clear? Any question? Okay. If you don't have any question, we can continue for the next one. Okay. So the next one is in a study, the data you collect is weights per hour. Okay. So weights, right? So that means talking about what? Money, right? Okay. Let's see what is this here. Interval is ordinal, but you can now subtract one value from another, and that subtraction makes sense. Okay. And then you can do arithmetic on this data, but only addition and subtraction. Okay. For example, temperature, time on the clock. What else? Yeah. So what do you think? Ratio, right? Data is interval, but you can now divide one value by another, and that ratio makes sense. Okay. Now you can do all arithmetic on this data. Example of this are height, weight, distance, time. Okay. And of course what? Money, right? You can divide the money, right? Okay. So the answer will be, oh, sorry. For this one is weights per hour. So it's talking about uh, quantitative or qualitative.
Wouldn't it be quantitative?
Yeah, quantitative, because you're talking about money is numerical, right? Like $1, $2, $1 million, something like that. Okay. Okay, you can check it. Yeah, it should be the, not this one. It should be this one. Discrete continuous. Yeah, qualitative and quantitative. Okay. So qualitative or categorical is answer as a word, name, or describe quality of individual. Right? And then quantitative or numerical variable answer a number, something that can be counted or measured from the individual. Okay. Okay, so that's right. Okay, so the answer is quantitative versus numerical. Now the next one is determine whether the value is parameter of statistics. Okay. So you need to understand what is the parameter, what is statistics. Right? So you can see it from here. Parameter is a number calculated from the population, usually denoted with a Greek letter. Right? This number is a fixed, unknown number that you want to find. Yeah, usually the parameter is represent the population. The population is we consider as the whole, like all of the student in Japan, so we consider population. Okay? Okay, so let me see here. So a weight loss research study, the sample of 50 women lost an average of 2.51. Okay. So this is clear, this is from sample, right? So because it's from sample, so the answer is statistic. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so it is talking about discrete and continuous. Okay, okay, let me go down here. Discrete and continuous. Discrete data can only take on particular values like integers. Okay. Discrete data are usually things you count, right? And continuous data can take on any value. Continuous data are usually things you measure, okay? Or something that you weight or measure, something like that. Okay. Okay, let me see. Uh, in this value from a discrete or continuous data, is this value from a discrete or continuous data set? The answer is what? The average weight of Newton baby, okay, newborn baby, sorry, in ounce. Okay, so answer is continuous, right? Because you have to weight it in order to get the number, right, for the data. Okay, good. Okay, number 5. This one is sample size. This one is the population. This is clear, right? So 37 will be the sample size because part of the population, right? Sample, right? So and the population will be 94. Right? Okay. Any question? Okay, so the next one. Does this describe an observational study or experiment? Okay. A drug is given to a group of people and then their reaction observed. Okay, first I think you need to understand what is the difference between observation and experiment, right? Yeah, you can see from the textbook. Okay. Yeah, observational study is when the investigator collect data merely by watching or asking questions, right? So he doesn't change anything. And experiment is when the investigator changes a variable or impose a treatment to determine its effect. Right? So for this problem will be experiment, right? Because you give a drug to the group of people, right? And then you observe what is the reaction, right? Okay. Oh, sorry, experiment. Okay, number 7. Historical record are searched to find magnitude of earthquake prior 1970. Okay, so you need to understand what is the difference between cross-sectional, retrospective, and prospective. Okay, so you can see also from the textbook. I think this one here. But, yeah, this one here. Okay, on page 16. I think. But here is this. Page 16. Okay. So cross-sectional study data observed, measured, or collected at one point in time. Okay. So like in certain time, right? Like this time. Okay. And retrospective or post case control study data collected from the past using records, interview, and other similar artifacts. Okay. So retro is we took the data from the past, okay. And prospective is data collected in the future. Okay. So historical record will be retro, right? Because it's the data from the past, right? Does that make sense? Right? For number 7, historical record will be considered as retrospective data, right? Because the data from the past, right? Okay. Okay. The next one. Okay. So here again, the data you collected are letter grade. Remember what is letter grade? The data you collected are letter grade. So the maximum level will be ordinal, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe most likely you have a different problem, right? I mean, not exactly the same problem that I show you here, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me know if you have any question. Okay. So okay. Now you can continue with number 9. The theme of research is testing of um, the effectiveness of dual HPV vaccine. Okay. They randomly divide the subject into groups. Okay. Group 1 received existing HPV patient, and then group 2 receive new FPV patient. Okay. And neither the patient or the doctor examine them knew which group they were in. Okay. So the treatment group will be the one that is receiving the new vaccine. Okay. So the treatment group will be group 1. Okay. So the other group will be the control group, which is group 2. Okay. And because neither the patient or the doctor examine the new which group they are they were in, so the answer is double blind. Okay. The double blind is the patient and the doctor didn't know which group they were in. Okay. But if the case is uh, the patient and also the doctor know where they're in, so the answer is not neither. Okay. But it's only the doctor know, the answer is blind. Okay, let me check the answer. Okay. And of course, the experiment will be what? Control experiment, right? Because we use the real drug. Okay, not placebo, not placebo. Okay. Yeah, maybe this happened in the research using the COVID vaccine. Okay. Oops, what is the name? What is your question? What is your question? Yeah. No. Yes. For yeah, for chapter 1 and chapter 2, there is no only just definition and you know. But for chapter 3, I think start from chapter 3, you will need to do the calculation. No, not multiple choice question. Like you have to open in the question. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can ask me. Yeah. You can. So every class, every class or every tutorial class, we will discuss about the homework. Okay. 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 So what's your major? Nursing. Okay. Oh, apparently this is too, that's wrong. Yeah, I think I picked the wrong answer here. So make it the answer wrong. Okay. Okay. Let me do it again. Or maybe I need to set up the. If you make mistake, you can redo it. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So you have any question? Yeah. So I got the wrong answer because actually this one to be group 2, right? And then the other one is group 1. Because the treatment group will be the group that received the new vaccine. Okay, not the one that accepted it. Okay. Let me go on to the next one. Okay. So the question is, which of the following are categorical or qualitative variables in this record? Okay. Which one? The student is not, right? because it's like quantitative, right, for students. Okay. And disability and special need will be qualitative, right? So categorical. And then current grade level also, like first grade, second grade, third grade, or first year, second year. Okay. It is numerical. Reading test score is numerical. Mathematics test score is numerical. Days of action is numerical. Right? And race of or ethnicity will be categorical or qualitative. Right? Okay. So these three are the answer. Okay. So the next question. Okay. So vocabulary term. Sorry. Experimental unit. Which one is that? I think it should be the people, animal, or thing on whom experiment are performed. Right? So the answer is C. Okay. Retrospective study is the study from the past, right? A study in this data from the past experiment. Okay, so the answer is B. And then treatment. Treatment will be experimental condition imposed on the subject. Okay, so the answer is D. And experiment is a study in which data collected without anything. No, not this one. Okay. This will be the last one, right? E, right? A study in which a treatment is implied and responses are observed. Okay, so the answer is E. So the other one will be A. Subsequent study is a study in which data collected without anything being done to the subject. Okay. Okay. Next question. Yeah. So for chapter one, I think it's easy. Okay. So you can just read textbook and find the information there. Okay. 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 Now determine whether the value 60% is parameter or statistic. A sample of men reveals 60% to calculate. What is it? Statistics. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Next question. Yeah. So for this one, you need to use a calculator. Okay. Yeah. Apparently there is also calculation here. Okay. So but you can use just the calculation. The calculator. So let me see. Okay. So I need to send my calculator. Okay. So what is the percent for 79 over 60? So 50, 80. So 79 divided by 80, right? And then multiply by 100%. Okay. So you got 98%, 98.75. Okay. And what is here? You need to put the answer, give all decimal places without rounding. Okay. So the answer will be 98.75. Okay. Give all decimal places without rounding. You type all of the number. Okay. Okay. So the next one. You know, 0.9 is 0.9% is the same as 0.9 divided by 100, right? So in this case, you just need to move the dot twice, right? 1, 2. So the answer will be what? 0.009, right? Yeah, you can use calculator. Yeah. So you should move the dot twice, right? So 1, 2. So that, yeah, you can see here, 1, you got 0, right? 2, you got another 0, okay? So this will be the answer. Okay, so the same thing for this one. You need to move the move back. Move to the left the dot twice, right? Okay, divide by 100. So the answer is 0.512. Okay. Hmm? No. So simply it's just like that. Actually, if you divide any number with 100, simply just move the dot twice to the left. Okay. So this is the rule. Okay. So the same thing the calculator did is like that. Okay. So the next one will be, okay. So what is 54% of 500?
We can't see the screen.
Okay. Sorry. The MyOpenMath. Okay, sorry. Uh, okay. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So number 15, right? What is 50%, 54% of 500? So the answer will be, you change this to decimal and then multiply by 500. Right? So if you change to decimal, so you will have 0.54. Right? So you have a, okay, let me see. Maybe I need to put the calculator in. Okay. So let's have 54% of 500. So that means 54 of 100, right? Time 500. Okay. So your answer is 270. Okay, so the next one. In a survey of 1,001 adults, 70% responded yes to the survey question. How many adults answered yes? So the question is, the answer will be 70%, 17% times 1,001, right? So 17% will be 17 over 100, right? Times 1,001. So the answer is 17 point, 170.17. Okay. So, and round to the nearest whole percent, because like, you cannot write people like a decimal, right? So you can say like the number of the student is 150 point something. Okay. So the answer will be what? If you round up this to whole percent, 170. Yeah. So the answer will be 170. Okay. So number 18. In a study, the sample is chosen by dividing the population by gender and choosing 30 people of each gender. Okay. So this we call it stratified. You can see from the text here. we're talking about the sampling data, right? So you can put up here. See the block here. Stratified sampling is where you break the population into groups, right? Called strata. Then take a sample a simple random sample from each strata. Okay. So the answer will be stratified because you divide the population into gender and then you pick 30 people from each gender. Right? So the answer will be stratified. Okay. Okay, next question. Okay, in a study, the sample is chosen by dividing the by population by voting percent and sampling everyone in the percent. Okay, so the same thing. Okay, so the answer is stratified. Oops. Okay, hold on. Sample is chosen by dividing population by voting percent and then sampling everyone in the percent selected. Oh, okay. This one should be cluster. Okay, I don't know how to. Yeah, maybe I need to. Hmm. Yes, this one should be cluster. Okay, because we only just selected from a certain percent, not all of them. Okay, for 20, in a study, the sample is chosen by writing everyone's name on a display on a playing card, okay, and sampling the text, then choosing the top 20 cards. So what do you think? It's simple random, right? So you can see simple random here is should be up here. Here. So a simple random sample is a sample that is selected from a population in a way that ensure that every different possible sample of size n has the same chance to be selected or being selected. Okay. Okay. So next question number 21. Examine the following survey question for any sources of bias. Do you think high school students should be required to wear uniform? So what do you think? The answer is no or yes. Let me check. Okay. Yes. So some of them will be want to wear uniforms and the other one will be just one, right? Does it make sense? Okay, next question. It will be the last one. Okay. Match the sample of students with the sampling method. Every first student on the class list. What is it here? Systematic, right? Okay. Because you pick every fifth student. Okay. So it is systematic. You can see from the textbook here. Systematic. Okay. It's where the randomly choose a starting place, then selected every k individual to measure. Okay. Like everyone, every second, every third, or every fifth, and all that. Okay, let me stop the